Good morning everyone. In this video we are going to demonstrate the configuration of a network topology using VLAN OSPF, PGP, and ICL in Cisco Packet Tracer. This topology connects for different locations: Pekalongan, Semarang, Yogyakarta, and Surabaya. So basically the goal of this project is to make our network communicates with each other successfully using OSPF and PGP routing, and also apply network security using ICL. Alright everyone, first we will start from the switch configuration in Pekalongan. Here we create VLAN 100, after that VLAN 100, VLAN 200, and VLAN 300. After that, we assign the access port for each VLAN. VLAN 100, name VLAN 100, VLAN 200, name VLAN 200, VLAN 300, name VLAN 300. Interface rank fast Ethernet 0/223. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 100, exit interface rank fast Ethernet 0/425. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 200, exit interface rank fast Ethernet 0/627. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 300, exit. I create the VLANs and assign the port based on the network design. So here we successfully create the VLANs and assign the ports into their respective VLANs. VLAN 100 is used for PC1 and PC2. VLAN 200 is used for PC3 and PC4, and VLAN 300 is used for PC5 and PC6. Next, we configure fast Ethernet 0/1 as a trunk port because it will connect the switch to the router for inter-VLAN routing. Interface fast Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode trunk, exit and write. This trunk link is very important because it allows multiple VLAN traffic to pass through a single connection between the switch and the router. After that, we configure the router using router on stick. First, I can the hostname to Pekalongan so that we can confuse hostname Pekalongan. The well create sub-interface for VLAN 100, 200, and 300, then assign gateway IP addresses for each VLAN. Each sub-interface uses .1Q encapsulation for VLAN tagging. Interface fast Ethernet 0/1 no shutdown, exit. Interface fast Ethernet 0/100 encapsulation .1Key 100 IP address. We also distribute the routers between OSPF and PGP so every network can communicate with each other. Router OSPF1 network 30.30.30.0 0.0.0.7 area 2 redistribute PGP 200 subnets exit router PGP 200 neighbor 20.20.20.1 remote as 100 redistribute OSPF1 on exit and write. Next, we configure the Surabaya router. First, we configure the hostname and IP address and the subnet mask. Enable configure terminal. Hostname Surabaya. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0. IP address 30.30.30.2 255.255.255.248 no shutdown, exit, interface fast Ethernet 0/1, IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown, exit. Here we configure OSPF area 2 and connect the server network. Router OSPF 1 network 30 and 30 and 30 and 0.0.0.7 area 2 network 192.168.1.0.0.0.255 area 2 exists. Then we create an ICL configuration. This ICL is used to block traffic from VLAN to 300 to server 2, but other networks are still allowed the access the server's normal access list 100 TinyIP 192.168.30.0.0.0.255 host 192.168.1.2 access list 100 permit IP ani interface fast Ethernet 0/0 IP access group 100 in exit and write. After that, we configure the switch in Surabaya and make the ports work as access ports enable. Configure terminal hostname SW Surabaya interface rank fast Ethernet 0/124 switch port mode access exit and write. Next we continue by configuring the IP address on every PC and server based on the topology. First we check the VLAN configuration using VLAN brief. Here we can see that VLAN 100, VLAN 200 and VLAN 300 are active and the ports have been assigned correctly. Then we check the trunk connection using interface trunk. Fast Ethernet 0/1 is operating as a trunk port and allow VLAN traffic between the switch and the router. Next we verify the OSPF network status using IP OSPF network. Here the OSPF network status is full, which means the router are successful connect using OSPF. Then we verify the PKP connection using IP PKP summary. Here the PKP session is established successful between Semarang and Yogyakarta routers. And finally, we check the routing table using IP route O OSPF B PKP C connected. From the routing table, we can see router limit from OSPF and PKP, which means route redistribution is working properly. Now let's test the connectivity from PC1 to PC2, from PC1 to PC4, from PC3 to PC5, from PC2 to PC6, from PC3 to PC4, from PC5 to PC6, from server 1 to server 2, from server 2 to server 3, from server 1 to server 3, from PC2 to server 1, from PC3 to server 3, from PC5 to server 2, from PC1 to server 2. Here the request timeout because the ICL block flags 300 from accessing server 2. IP address 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0 exit interface was Ethernet 0/1.200 encapsulation.1Q 200 IP address 196.168.20.1 255.255.255.0 exit interface was Ethernet 0/1.300 encapsulation.1Q 300 IP address 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0 exit interface was Ethernet 0/0 IP address 10.10.10.1 255.255.255.200 and 448 no shutdown exit. Then we have to configure OSPF area 1 to connect Pekalongan and Semarang. Router OSPF 1 network 10.10.10.0.0.0.7 area 1 network 192.168.10.0.0.0.255 area 1 network 192.168.20.0.0.0.255 area 1 network 192.168.30.0.0.0.255 area 1 exit and right. Next we configure the Semarang router. Here we configure IP addresses first, then configure OSPF and PKP IS 100 Semarang acts as a bridge between OSPF and PKP routing. Enable configure terminal hostname Semarang interface gigabit 0/0 IP address 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.248 no shutdown exit interface gigabit 0/1 IP address 20.20.20.1 255.255.255.248 no shutdown exit router OSPF1 network 10.10.10.0 0.0.0.7 area 1, redistribute BKB 100, subnet exit, router BKB 100, netport 20.20.20.2, remote as 200, redistribute OSPF1 exit and write. After that, we move to the Yogyakarta router. Here we configure PKP as 200 and establish PKP pairing with Semarang. Enable configure terminal, hostname Yogyakarta interface gigabit 0/0, IP address 10.20.20.20.0, 255.255.255.248 to Southern exit interface gigabit 0/1, IP address 30.30.30.1, 255.255.255.248 no Southern exit.